All right, class, looks like it's time to, well, get up, get activated, and get ready for online school. There are just 3 little things I want to cover in this video: navigation, the calendar, and words of advice. Let's dive in. All right, so now that you guys have logged into Canvas, what you're going to see initially is your dashboard. Your dashboard is kind of like your hallway right before you enter your classes. You're going to see different shells. You're going to see, of course, me, your math class. You're going to see your English class and your science and etc. So to enter that quote classroom, you're going to go ahead and click on said class. So let's go into Algebra 2 and see what's going on in here. First thing you're going to see is sometimes I might put up some announcements. They could be video announcements. They can just be general announcements of whatever I need to say. I want to try to do those just once a week so I can touch base with you guys. Other than that, you're going to see a to-do list. This might look really overwhelming because you're going to see to-do with, all of your assignments that you need to get done. But don't worry, it's just a list that populates, but at least you know what's going to be due ahead of time, and they are going to be generated by date. Next up, I'm going to show you guys where to find the calendar. So if you click over here on the left of the dashboard, you click on calendar, and what you guys are going to see, I'm going to move this to the next month. You can toggle months, you can do it by week. So if you're visual, like, well, I am, you guys will definitely see what is due when. Again, we are not going to be penalizing students for late work, but this is a really good guide for recommended pacing to get you through the course. You could also toggle over here. You can turn off calendars if you don't want to see certain ones. Let's say you have 2 courses that you want to see, maybe you want to see all of your courses on here. They're all color coded. So like, for example, I have my Algebra 2 calendars. In green, I have my informal geometry calendars, and I can toggle them off so I can just see one at a time, or you can see them all at the same time. That's totally up to you. You can screenshot this and also print it. You can also click on agenda and you can see it as a scroll. So there's just 2 different ways that have that visual, and at least it gets you at a nice pacing. I'm going to show you guys where the syllabus button is. In the syllabus, you guys will just read these on your own, but it's just going to tell you guys what the expectations are in here. What are the homework expectations, the quizzes, the exams, what we do for late work. Fortunately, there's no extra credit, and then how else you can communicate with me. You're also going to see the course summary at the very bottom, and these, again, are the other due dates. Some students would rather like to see this list versus the calendar, so there's 2 ways you guys can see visual. What are the recommended due dates for your quizzes and exams, okay? But the main thing is going into the modules. When you click on the modules, this is the actual course. This is where the content is embedded. And what you're going to do is go through each module in order. Okay, you've got to go sequentially. It's super important because math builds on itself. Now, you're going to see a few icons on here. These little page-looking ones, that's just a page. It just shows you some information on there. It might even take you back to my splash page. And these little links that are right here, the links are where the content is. Inside those links, you are going to see practice problems, interactive exercises, supplemental videos maybe. You're going to be reading basically the text of math. And when you guys go through the link, actually the curriculum within the link, you're going to want to take notes on your own. You want to really try the problems and exercises on your own. And what that does is what you put into it, that's going to prepare you for the quizzes and the exams that come up right after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. I'll jump into one of these links. But before I do that, we have this little rocket ship, and that rocket ship is the icon for the assessment. So it's going to be either a quiz or a test. And if you notice, it goes, here's the content, here's the quiz. Here's the content, here's the quiz, and it does that. Now, when you get to the very, very bottom, when you get through all of these, you will eventually get to the test. Now, the test is 2 parts, multiple choice and free response. There's also a practice test that's not graded. I would highly recommend do the practice test, just kind of like we had a practice test back in the classroom. But it would be good to prepare yourself in that way and have those types of supplemental activities. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on the link here because you want to start from the beginning. And the first topic shows up, and you're just going to wait, let it load. And what's going to happen is you're going to kind of have like a page within a page. And with this page, it just kind of shows you what you're going to learn, and you're going to go through each page, read it. You can, these essential questions that you see, you can kind of answer those. They're kind of like the hook of the lesson, and you kind of, maybe you want to try to answer those in your head, and then in that question you'll kind of see what you're going to learn. So you kind of go through this, read it through, look at the examples, and then when you've done that one page, you don't want to hit, let me see, you don't want to hit next. Don't do this until you're done going through all of the pages, because if you hit next, that's going to take you, if you can see right here, it's going to take you to the quiz. So you're not ready for the quiz yet until you've gone through, well, all of the pages. There's a couple things here. You've got your, where are you in the sequence of the topic? And then these arrows just actually are the where you flip through the pages within the lesson. Okay, so the pages within the lesson. So I'm going to hit next, and it'll load again. And now when you see the word learn, this is where you're going to go through maybe a sample problem. They even have different little drop downs of like what could happen if this happens. They also have other mini examples within that. You can try it, check your answer, and do it all on your own. Now, at any time, you can navigate through the pages by clicking this little, I guess, triangle, and just seeing if you want to work, if you want to kind of go back to look at a different problem, or maybe, let's just say I got through all of it, I got to page 6. And so the last page is usually going to let you know that you are ready to take the quiz. So, you know, they give you just a few other tips like, hey, read the examples in the lesson, make sure that you feel comfortable to achieve mastery. And then the assignment, well, I guess, is the assessment. So that's the quiz. And so what happens when you're all done looking through this whole entire topic, you're going to hit next, and now you're ready to take the quiz. So guys, to close, just 3 little words of advice. Number 1, definitely as you go through this, communicate, advocate for yourself, ask questions. You're going to be troubleshooting through this till it feels normal. And then next up, you know, what you're going to put into this course is what you're going to get out of it. So just do your best is all I really ask for. And then lastly, make sure that you guys have a routine in place on the weekdays. When you work through this, of course, you can work on the course throughout the weekend if you need to. I know we all have different lives outside of our schedules, with school being out, but definitely have a routine, have a planner, and, you know, do everything you can to get through this, and make sure you guys have a good support system. All right, guys, good luck. I'll be right here to help you guys out.